Yeah, Baba, yeah, Baba, it's Nii Tettey.
Good day, Mr. President. I extend my sincere congratulations on your resounding victory in the recent presidential election. The victory signifies a new era for Ghana and the people of Ga-Daŋme land. Having overwhelmingly supported your campaign, eagerly anticipate the fruitful and impactful turnout. My name is Nii Tettey Obobiashon. I write to you today not merely as a citizen of Ghana, but as a son of Gamashi Bukom, bearing the weight of a legacy of unfulfilled promises and a yearning for justice for the Ga-Daŋme people. This letter, born from a deep sense of frustration and a fervent hope for a brighter future, seeks to articulate the profound grievances that have long plagued our people and to implore your excellency to rectify the historical injustices we have endured. The Ga-Daŋme people, a vibrant tapestry woven from centuries of resilience and cultural richness, have consistently demonstrated unwavering loyalty to the nation. From the unwavering support extended to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the architect of our nation's independence, to the unwavering allegiance pledged to President Rawlings, our people have consistently stood shoulder to shoulder with those who have led our nation forward. This support, born from a deep sense of patriotism and a shared vision for a prosperous Ghana, has been generously offered, encompassing not just material contributions, but also the unwavering support of our spirits and the unwavering belief in the potential of our nation. Yet, despite this unwavering loyalty, the Ga-Daŋme people have been consistently marginalized and overlooked. Our land, the cradle of our history and the foundation of our identity, has been systematically encroached upon, leaving us with a gnawing sense of dispossession and a growing fear for our future. Land, the very essence of our existence, has been stolen from us, piece by piece, by those who value profit over the ancestral rights of a people. The politicization of chieftaincy disputes has further exacerbated our plight, sowing discord within the communities and undermining the very fabric of our social order. These age-old conflicts, often manipulated for political gain, have robbed us of our peace, our unity, and our ability to collectively address the challenges that confront us. The gradual erosion of our language and culture is another profound wound inflicted upon our collective spirit. The Ga and Daŋme languages, the vibrant expressions of our unique identity, are slowly fading away, replaced by a homogenizing tide that threatens to erase the very essence of who we are. Our children, the inheritors of our legacy, are growing up disconnected from their roots, unaware of the rich tapestry of history and tradition that defines their heritage. Mr. President, these are not mere grievances. They are deep-seated wounds that have festered for far too long. They are a testament to the systematic injustices that have plagued our people for generations. Please permit me to elaborate further by enumerating a few practical issues that explicitly define the sentiment I just shared. The very name of our region, Greater Accra region, is a misnomer, a subtle but insidious erasure of our identity. We implore your excellency to rectify this historical injustice by renaming the region Ga-Daŋme region, a name that reflects the rightful ownership and the unique identity of the people who have called this land home for centuries. Yes, we as a people have had the blessing and the curse of hosting the capital of Ghana. But respectfully, sir, that is in no way an excuse to make us feel as though our land, which was fought for by blood and sweat by our forefathers, belongs to everyone. It is indeed our own and our own alone. Hence the saying, Gama Shipon, Gama Anoni. This particular request is one that has been asked by many of our traditional leaders. but governments upon governments have failed to heed to our humble call. The people of Bono now have a region named after them, and so are the people of Oti and Ashanti regions. I do not think this request is anything more than what has been done for our brothers and sisters of the aforementioned regions. This change, if effected, will not only define the land, but us as a people. The continued use of the name Kotoka International Airport is a constant reminder of a painful chapter in our nation's history. We propose renaming it either King Ayikushi International Airport, honoring the first king of Ga-Daŋme land, or simply Ga-Daŋme International Airport, a name that reflects the location and identity of this vital national asset. Just like the new airport that you built for the people of Kumasi has been named after King Prepe I, we would like to ask for the airport which sits on Ga-Daŋme land to be changed as well. I am sure the majority of Ghanaians would agree that Mr. Kotoka certainly deserves no such glory. I sincerely believe these name changes will go a million ways in helping with our heritage and identity, which is virtually on the verge of extinction. We would also like for the inscriptions at the airport to be changed as well. King Prempeh, the first international airport, has signs in English and Twi. It is unfair that an airport will sit on Ga-Daŋme land and have no inscriptions in either Ga or Daŋme. We would humbly like to request that the signages at the airport be changed to Ga and Daŋme. The next issue we would like to draw your attention to is the issue of the Ga-Daŋme language being taught in schools in the Ga-Daŋme region. Once again, being the host region for our country comes with some blessings and equally some curses. But that is no excuse for our language not being taught in schools that are located in our land. We have lamented this issue to several governments, but it appears no one is willing to make a concerted effort to tackle it. It is extremely unfair that children of Ga-Daŋme descent will go to school in Accra and be taught Twi, Ekwapim, etc. We have people of Ga-Daŋme origin all over Ghana who educate their kids in the various regions they find themselves. Their kids are forced to learn the languages of their host regions. Unfortunately, we cannot say the same for even the Ga-Daŋme child who is schooling in Ga-Daŋme land. The teaching of Ga and Daŋme languages must be mandatory at least up until the junior high school level if a child is schooling in the Ga-Daŋme region, just as it was when you were schooling in Accra as a kid, Mr. President. The Ghana Education Service must prioritize the posting of teacher trainees who graduate from our various training institutions and are of Ga-Daŋme descent back to Ga-Daŋme land. We cannot claim there are not enough Ga-Daŋme teachers when we constantly transfer graduate teacher trainees of Ga-Daŋme descent to other parts of the country. This change alone will help with the shortage of Ga-Daŋme teachers to teach Ga and Daŋme. The issue of Ga lands that have been stolen is one that we expect will be worked on by your administration immediately. During your campaign in our region, you promised to establish a commission of inquiry to investigate this issue. We'll be paying very keen attention to this promise of yours, sir. Our lands have indeed been stolen with great impunity. The commission of inquiry will definitely help in retrieving these stolen lands. Additionally, the Lands Commission itself needs a serious reform. It is one of the most corrupt institutions in Ghana. It must be completely overhauled. The Lands Commission has been changed to legalized land guardism, and it has affected the people of Ga-Daŋme more than anyone else. The Lands Commission has been a willing participant in the thievery of our lands and must be overhauled if we seriously want to deal with the issue of stolen lands in Ga-Daŋme land. Our chieftaincy issues is one that I would like to draw your attention to, sir. We've had our chieftaincy affairs overly politicized over the years, and I would like to respectfully ask that You do not put your thumb on the scale for any claimant to any of the thrones as your predecessor did. Instead, I would I would ask that, if possible, you have your Attorney General work with the Chief Justice to see if there can be an establishment of a dedicated court to deal with these chieftaincy issues in an expedited manner. If we have chieftaincy cases that have been at the courts for so many years. An expedited court to deal with these cases will resolve the majority of these long-standing cases and potentially depoliticize them. The next issue has got to do with your selection of MMDCEs for the Ga-Daŋme region. We would like to plead with you to ensure that the majority of these people are of Ga-Daŋme descent. Prioritizing the appointment of qualified Ga-Daŋme individuals as MMDCs within the region, in my view, would help create a better synergy between government and traditional authority for the development of our people. I'm not sure you will find any MCE or DCE in Tamale or Kumasi or Sunyani who is a Ga. Why is it different when it comes to our region? I understand this old cosmopolitan bit that people try to hit us with anytime we raise these issues. But I know for a fact that we have people of Ga-Daŋme descent who are more than qualified to fill these positions. You have also promised to abolish the closing of the sea for our people. This must be done immediately. Mr. President, our fathers and mothers have suffered with the closure for the past years. Also, kindly permit me, sir, to lay before you a few projects that cannot be overlooked by your administration. These projects must be completed before you leave office. As a Gamashi native, it would just be right to start with a few projects in my community. The first of which is the Simpe School. Your predecessor for 8 years did nothing about it and left it just the way you did in 2016. The children of Gamashin have been subjected to extremely deplorable studying conditions as a result of this school being left uncompleted. Can you please ensure that this project is completed before you exit office? The completion of this school would definitely encourage more enrollment and deal with the overcrowding that they are currently faced with. The second project is the Salaga Market. This project was started in 1997, but for one reason or the other remains incomplete. This market, which at one point was a huge financial hub for our mothers in the community, has been left to ruins. And to be honest with you, sir, your party, the NDC, must take a majority of the blame when it comes to this particular Salaga Market project. The KJTL market was started by you and was completed a few years later. There is no way this project, which is of a smaller size compared to KJTL, should be languishing in its current state. The Makala market is another place that is overdue for a serious facelift. I seriously believe we deserve a KJTL market type of a facelift for Makala. The whole market must be overhauled and possibly rebuilt to accommodate the current demands and needs of the people. The La General Hospital is one that must be completed by your government as well. We know before you left office in 2016, the plan to rebuild it was completely different from what your predecessor started last year. Nonetheless, please ensure that this project is completed before you leave office. The absence of this hospital has cost lives. People that would have otherwise lived have died and left their families broken. This general hospital was serving people from all over the region before it was torn down. The issue of the trade fair is something that we need you to take a look at respectfully. The Honorable Okujetu Ablakwa made us known that about 11 acres of the original acquisition have been taken by a private entity, which is definitely unlawful. We would like to ask that you investigate the encroachment on trade fair lands and ensure the proper redevelopment of the site. The Children's Hospital in Accra is also another building that has become a death trap. The place is falling apart, and if care is not taken, we would wake up one day with a serious disaster. The hospital must be rebuilt with staffing needs properly addressed. And oh, sir, I have a suggestion for that so-called pit that was dug for 58 million in the name of building a cathedral for God. Using that piece of land to build an ultramodern children's hospital will not be bad at all. An ultramodern hospital like the UGMC, but specifically for children, will be of great help to the people of Ghana. I would also like to bring the issue of the TDC to your attention. The Tema Development Corporation has become nothing but an entity that steals land from our people and sells it to the highest bidder. They have moved away from their core mandate and have become nothing more than another legalized land guard entity. It must be reformed and forced to adhere to its original mandate, if not completely resolved. Mr. President, the people of Ga-Daŋme land have endured enough. We have demonstrated our unwavering loyalty to the nation. Now we implore you to reciprocate that loyalty with a commitment to justice, equity, and the recognition of our rightful place within the Ghanaian nation. Let us work together to heal the wounds of the past, to restore our dignity, and to build a future where the Ga-Daŋme people can thrive and flourish. Thank you, sir, for your attention to these pressing issues that I've raised. Have a great day.
Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It's Nii Tettey. Them say you want to chop my